are back. What is up, everybody?
Need help?
We are picking
Be
up where we
careful.
left off. We are heading to Red Ridge to turn some stuff in, and then back to Westfall to finish out some of those quest lines out there. And yeah, hopefully get to hit up some Dead Mines action tonight. We will see how that turns out. Hopefully I have the time to do so, because I'd like to get one run in tonight and hopefully one tomorrow, because that is free real estate when it comes to XP. Also, there is a ton of upgrades for me in there. Get some nice leggings. Hopefully replace a lot of this low-end gear with some green drops in there. Would love to get a weapon. Cruel Barb would be amazing. Smite's Hammer, Taskmaster Axe. If we get the rare spawn, I'd love to get that shield. That ring is an option, potentially, but that's more of a caster thing, so if the casters need it, I'd pass it their way, obviously. But yeah, lots of niche little upgrades to go out. Would love to get them. Would love to be able to run that stuff tonight, so let's get it, you know? I think I might actually knock out some of these lower quests down here. That way I can just work my way back up before heading over to Sentinel Hill. As far as this character is concerned with world buffs, I am not grabbing them unless I happen across them. So I am not going to be
Hey there.
actively
Have a
seeking
good
out
one. See you later.
summons, even though there are plenty of Alliance free summons, because Alliance rocks. I leveled up a Capper for on the Horde side, and every single person summoning on the Horde side was offering summons
Greetings.
for
Go
like
with honor,
a
friend.
gold or 2+, which is ridiculous because Alliance is literally everybody is free summoning except for like maybe one or two people. So kind of insane to see the comparison between the two. Let's see. I guess those are the only turn-ins. Gonna work my way down now. Okay. I don't feel like picking up all these other quests yet. Belly Grub would absolutely send me back to the starting zone. Red Ridge Galosh, you don't actually need to pick that quest up. You can actually just kill all the respective mobs to get those quest drops. Dry times I'm not doing. Costs money to do it, and it doesn't even pay you that well. Yeah, those are also red quests, mostly elite stuff that I don't care about at the moment. I'll pick those up when I'm a little higher in level, probably like 24 or so. You know what, if I get a scale off this first guy, I will complete the quest. This is another one of those mobs that will easily kill people because their fireballs do actually hurt quite a bit. So if you end up pulling more than one and you're not a class that can crowd control your way out of it, they will kill you. So I gotta make sure that I'm that guy was doing the Gordok quest. That's a shame. But anyway, yeah, those any double caster packs until I'm much higher level is almost like a guaranteed death. So what will not be messing with those anytime soon.
Light be with you.
The crisp spider meat that I just got, that is actually one of the items for the Red Ridge Goulash quest up here. I think we need 5 of each of the items. Yeah. And I think I actually did keep a couple of them in my bank from spiders that I killed much earlier on. So I might not even have to kill any more of those guys, which is pretty nice.
Not ready yet.
You know, I want to say that I'm feeling kind of strong right now, but I feel like that's a precursor to just dying. So I'm gonna try and keep that, you know, that mindset to myself and still play safe. Sub 20 is like the dangerous spot for warriors. Just very little in terms of survivability. More so when you're self-found and you don't have access to appropriate gear. Weapons especially. Weapons make such a huge difference for warriors. And you can skate by with bad weapons for most every class and be fine, but with warriors, just you know when you're behind in weapons because it just takes forever to kill something. Oh, first wool cloth. That means I can make a target dummy now. That is actually so good. When I get back to town, that is going to be the first thing that I do, because I want to have those on me as quick as I can, but I do not want to cut back on what I'm currently doing. Poachers are ranged mobs, so I do have to be careful about those. The thrashers and mongrels are both melee mobs, so they're a little more easy to handle. Because you don't risk them just continually hitting you while you're trying to escape. Okay, miss dodge. Go.
Health warning.
He did the thing too. He pulled one too many mobs. I keep it running. I think I chained that guy. Yep, I chained that guy. No point. Just gonna keep on going. Hopefully he doesn't chain to that other guy. My dude.
Health warning.
Absolutely did not want to get off me. I mean, look at that. He chased me from all the way over there to like about here. That's insane. And he's not even a mob I need to kill. That's the worst part. At least be useful if you're gonna, chase after him. Reapply my battle shout. You see this guy try and cut his bandage short so he can take this mob. Insane. These guys respawn so fast that it's literally not worth fighting over these resources. Honestly, the worst part about being in this area is that these thrashers literally do nothing. They're experience at best, but they don't count towards the quest completion here, sadly. But you know what? I will take the cloth drops so that I can make bandages. Because now I can make wool bandages, which is 161 compared to what? 114, yeah. So heal for another 50. That's a double poacher pull. Not doing that. Getting close, okay. Depending on the mob, most of these guys run away, I think, at about just under 60%. There are some mobs that run a little lower than that, like 14, and there are some that run even quicker than that at like 30, which is kind of insane. But don't have to worry about those 30% mobs over in this area.
Health warning.
You okay, bud? I'll take this mongrel right here. And there's one of my guildies. He is popping in here because of a layering add-on that I have that appears in this little corner of my screen when not in combat. Copper vein over there. Yeah, that guy's definitely got gear. I mean, he's higher level, so actually that probably explains a bit, but nice little crit there. Going to preemptively hamstring, because he will be running soon. There we go. 15%, he starts running. Take this guy.
Health warning.
Buddy just messaged me. Let me know if you want to run DM tonight. I can make that happen.
Health warning. Health warning.
Oh, what is that? No, literally the same exact weapon that we had earlier today, and just vendored because of the sword that I have that's better. That's kind of crazy. Same of power ending as the other one. That's crazy work. Cool. Charging now. This guy back just a smidge. Probably going to be something popping up on the screen right about here pretty soon for a buff dropping, but it's another. Okay, that's better than what I have for my two-hander at least. We take that.
I can't attack that target.
And do have to be careful with my demo shouts. Do have to be careful with my demo shouts so I don't accidentally pull something else. Oof. How many more models do I need? 4. Got my bar as well. I'm gonna pull my guy away so that I don't risk getting pulled into combat. As you can see, my name is not highlighted, which means he did not manage to drag anything my way. He's really trying to kill himself though. He's not mob managing very well. He popped a very large potion to get himself back up, because he was sub 30 when I saw him. Dude, what is these drops? Holy shit. I mean, keep them coming, I'm loving it right now. I definitely need the items. Of course he takes one of the mobs that I need. 2 more mongrels after this. We'll probably have some popping up soon. Tempted to put on that war harness because that stamina and strength is pretty nice. But losing out on the armor might actually not be a smart move. I'd love some more of these mongrels to pop up so I can finish up this quest out here. Not that I'm terribly upset with this kind of farming XP right now. would definitely make it more tolerable if I could just finish up this quest and get back to what I was doing. Just poachers, poacher. There we go. One more after this guy. That affected one is going to be annoying. I see a single mongrel to spawn that isn't in a fairly large camp. It's all poachers except for that guy, really. Oh, I see a chest back there. And we are all about looting chests. Once again, I don't know how they get past the whatever detection they have for names, because that name is very, very straightforward. And probably for the best that they didn't make it, you know. Thrasher over there. Just one mongrel, please. All I'm asking is one mongrel, you know? Just let me finish out my quest. I'll move on. I'll quit committing whatever horrible acts I am over here against this entire null population. If you could just offer up one of your little mongrel buddies to the greater cause, I'll move on. Leave y'all be. Trying to be benevolent, but they won't accept my, what I think is very fair trade. You know, just one of theirs for everybody else, you know? Just let me move on. Shouldn't push forward into that camp. It's another poacher. Another poacher. Oh, there's the golden child. I just need to get this guy finished off and head over that way. Snipe that guy with the stutter step, you know.
Health warning. Health warning.
Let's just walk our way out. Let's just, please don't pull that guy too. Thank you.
Health warning.
Did it to myself.
Health warning.
I've done it to myself. We're good. And that is why I normally look all around me when I'm
Health
running.
warning.
And I didn't do it that one time, and here we are. Crazy work. Absolutely crazy work. Alrighty, let's try and find some of these whelplings so that we can do the underbelly scale quest. Looks like someone's already doing it based on the pile of little whelplings right there. Ah, it's gotta be that guy. There's a hole. Missed. Got it. Gotta love kids, you know, there's always something going on, even after you put them to bed.
I can't carry anymore.
Alrighty. I completely forgot that my inventory was already full. I say that because I literally farmed for about 2 hours on my main yesterday before my bags were finally full. But here I am, literally 27 minutes in and already completely full up. So. Love getting randomly buffed by people. Fantastic. That's actually one of the funny things about hardcore is that people actually have put in either macros or add-ons into their client to automatically buff people as they're passing them, which is like really cool in one aspect, but um, there have been some cases where they have buffed people that are PvP tagged, and in doing so, they automatically tag themselves. And one of the super dangerous things about that in hardcore is that if you happen to go to like a neutral town, like Booty Bay, or Gadget, or Ratchet, and you are PvP flagged, the guards will just instantly start killing you. So there have been a few cases where people have gotten PvP tagged, realized they're tagged, and thought, oh, I'll go, wait it out in a town, and they hearth back only to die because of it. I myself have gotten PvP tagged just a few times from not being as vigilant as I should be. But I'm still here for the most part. Those characters are dead, but not from getting PvP flagged. So I can at least say that I have not experienced that yet. I have not died in a raid though. I came close this. I wish I was recording. I came close to it this past Monday. We were doing Nefarian, and Nefarian, for those that do not know, has something called a class call, in which when he casts it, it'll make every one of that particular class do something special. Um, for mages, it's something inconsequential because they can just ice block. For mages, it's something inconsequential. They literally just cast ice block and remove it. I think for them, they cast polymorph on allies. Um, Paladins will cast one of their blessings of protections on Nefarian and make him invulnerable for like 10 plus seconds or something like that. But they can also just bubble theirs off, so theirs is really kind of inconsequential as well. Warriors, every single warrior gets put in Berserker stance, which isn't terrible until you realize your tank is in Berserker stance. Being forced to take an additional 10% damage on a boss that already does a lot of physical damage on top of his breath attacks. Hunters will literally get their weapons broken, which is the funniest mechanic. Typically, you'll put down like a repair bot so that they can go pick that up. But Nefarian he's such a hater. He straight up just breaks their weapons. I don't think we've ever had a druid class call, but we also like don't really have druids. We have one tank, one DPS, and a heal druid. That's it. Oh, I guess we also have a boomkin, but I don't think he was in this past week. He had stuff that was
Inventory is full.
Um, the one that got us down super low and almost killed us was the priest class call. For whatever reason, our various add-ons that we use for raiding, BB, and bigwigs, whatever, did not call out the priest class call, and that one is super dangerous because when the healers have when the priests have their class call done, every heal that they cast aside from renew and their bubbles will cause a stacking debuff on the tank. On top of dealing damage to the tank, it causes a stacking debuff, and it does thousands of damage per tick on top of the heals they're already casting. So we ended up losing our warlock to that. Part of that was his fault. He admitted that he was checking loot online after we killed the boss, and so instead of saving himself with any number of things he could have done, he was more or less AFK and had his character die because of it. The main tank, Turtle, he almost died because he was getting constantly healed through it. And I almost died because I was getting constantly healed through it, and we both ended up having to Petri, which really sucked because we had just finished BWL, but we still had MC and Anixia to do, and so we had to walk in there, down our Flask of Titans, which is a 1200 health buff on top of a like 60 to 70 gold cost, just because of the materials needed to make them.
I can't carry anymore.
So yeah, we lost our flasks an hour into raid and didn't have it for the other half, which, you know, always fun to lose out on that. But the other option was, you know, burn our Petri and save our characters, or don't burn your Petri and this guy would be my new main again, so just wasn't feeling the whole completely restarting because I have to restart. You know, been there a couple times. You know, it's not that great. This last re-level wasn't too terrible, because I had a level 40 in the back that I had been steadily just kind of taking care of. But I've decided to make this guy put a little more effort into leveling him. Not because I'm scared that I'm going to die on my character, which, I mean, it's
What can I
completely
do for
possible.
you?
I'm one of the tanks. We're going to be going into new raid, or to AQ40 here soon, which is something a lot of us haven't experienced. So it's completely possible that I die because I just completely, you know, screw up a mechanic, or, you know, a healer or a DPS, you know, messes up and requires me to
Well met.
put myself in front of
For
them
the
in order
Alliance.
to keep us all alive. Um, but no,
What can I
I
do
think
for
I'm
you?
more leveling this guy because I just genuinely love
See you
playing
around.
a gnome warrior. It is like my favorite thing in the world. I love gnomes.
Hello.
My first character that I ever made was a gnome mage, And as a bit of a tribute to him, I started a gnome warrior, and ended up making it to 60 on that character. If I can find the charger again, yeah. Anyway, made the gnome because I love gnomes. Made a warrior made a human warrior as my third toon because it was easier to get back into raiding, and you don't have to worry about like getting super niche gear in order to be effective again. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where I am with that. But I am making this guy again, or making another gnome because I just love gnomes, and I genuinely would love to kill KT, who is the final boss in Nax Ramus, which is the final raid in the game. I don't know. Most of the people that raid hardcore
See you
are
later.
incredibly like stubborn and set on like if you're gonna raid with us, you got to be a specific class. If you're gonna be a priest, you got to be a dwarf because you get fear ward. If you're gonna be a warrior, you gotta be a human because of the sword skill. You know, oh, that guy was in our guild and quit. He quit because he said he couldn't raid on Mondays, and he joined a guild that exclusively raids on Mondays. So I feel bad that he lost his character, but my sympathy's a little lacking right now, as harsh as that might be. Okay, so I don't know if anyone's aware of the memes, where they post stuff in Mandarin, and then I guess they put it into Google Translate. But every time somebody dies, there's been a overconfidence prevails. Stone potion crutch. Return to forest home. Sisyphean tax. That is legitimately like so funny to me when they break it down like that, because they do the same thing for like boss fights and the mechanics. They will put it into Mandarin and then make it like do Google Translate, which is always like super shitty, and it always sounds so funny. Alright, hopefully that guy doesn't pull. I would love to just get this and go. Great. Alright, now that we got that, next step is to probably, unless I can find some people that are doing the Ogre Elite quests, I'm pretty sure that I'm just gonna go finish leveling in Westfall, hopefully get a group going for Dead Mines. So we will see.
What can I do for you?
With those armor kits, I am going to save at least one of them for my new legs that I'll be getting after Dead Mines. Guess I will change my macro for this real quick.
Need help? Safe travels.
Didn't necessarily want to accept that quest, but go up there. I have my dummies already on my bar, which is great. I'm about to get a stack of food
Hey
as a quest reward.
Hello. I buy and
Go
trade.
here. I'm gonna sell that. Don't need spittle. Don't need that. don't think I'm going to put this on because I don't want to lose 74 armor. It's actually pretty hefty. I
Have a
will,
good one.
however, find one of the tradeswomen out there. Buy some stuff so that I can
What are you looking for?
craft some of this stuff.
Looking for
What
something
do I
specific?
Got at least a gore tusk liver. That it? Just those two things? Cool. Sell that because I don't need it anymore. Put that there. People hold on to those two things.
Safe travels.
Go over here and cook this up real quick. Hopefully get some points. Alright, come
Hey
back
there.
over here, sell that. That'll be my next health food item that I pop. Go there. Still got my dynamites. I'll pop that scroll eventually. Linen cloth I think I'm
See
really
you
just using
around.
to make stuff for dummies, because I'm kind of past that for bandages, which is nice. Alright, so at this point we are heading back to Westfall. We're going to do this kill quest, hopefully get this this treasure map drop as well. That is a not incredibly rare drop, but rare
Hello.
enough. But I would like to get it because it is essentially
See you
free
around.
experience. Super excited for these dummies though. These dummies come in 3 different sizes essentially. There's just the standard target dummy. There is the advanced target dummy, which is, I think you have to be 185 engineering to craft and to use. And then there is masterwork target dummies, which you need to be 285 to craft and to use. Each one of them goes up in level. This one is a level 20 dummy with I think just shy of 1,000 health. The next one is a target dummy that's level 40 and has a couple thousand health. And then same for the Masterworks. Those are the really big ones, the hardest ones to make. Those are level 60, and I think they have like 6,000 or 7,000 health. So, but yeah, they definitely are super helpful. If you don't pop them in dungeons, you are more than likely going to pop them in open world for stuff. They make fights a lot easier. They do an AoE taunt, so they will constantly be pulling aggro in that direction. They do share cooldowns though with health stones. So if a warlock ever gives you a health stone, it's probably best just to drop a dummy instead. They have a lot more utility, and while they may not heal you, they do pretty much act like a shield and absorb a bunch of damage for you, or give you the chance to run away. So yeah, they're like insanely good. It looks like my guild is currently fighting Buru in AQ20. That's a pretty unique boss in there. He literally walks around and will focus on people, and that person he focuses on, he will just beeline straight towards them. And what you have to do is there are a bunch of eggs on the ground that you have to DPS down. And when he's on top of one, if you pop it, it does a ton of damage to him. I gotta grab this quest. it does a ton of damage to him. And once you get him low enough, he will his his head will explode essentially, and then you can actually attack him. Because attacking him prior to that, I believe he has like a thorns buff on him, and so attacking him really hurts if you're melee. So it's mostly casters
Need help?
that are attacking him. And every time that you get him over one of those eggs and you manage to pop them, they ooh, that's rough. That mob that just killed him is like a level 55 or something like that, in a zone where I think some of the highest levels are like 44. So yeah, that guy, super dangerous. If you see him, he's a big red bird, like just kind of standing out there in the middle of nowhere. No other mobs look like him, so he's not like easy to confuse. You just gotta avoid him. But anyway, back to Buru. When you pop those eggs, he actually spawns an ad, and those ads just need to be DPS down, kind of taken away from him and killed. The next boss they're doing though is Moum, and Moum isn't actually that bad on hardcore. On softcore, people still struggle with him sometimes, because what you're supposed to do is drain mana on this guy, because if he reaches 100% mana, he wipes the whole raid. In hardcore, we prep so much that when we fight him and we pop some cooldowns, like he doesn't even get above like half of his mana pool. But I've seen fights on hardcore where he's legitimately reached max mana and then wiped the whole raid. It's kind of crazy. And the craziest part about that though is that most of them have farmed ranked 14 in PvP and have like super amazing weapons. Meanwhile, our guild has not had we've had a lot of daggers drop. Sadly, a lot of them have gone in our guild, either from death or people quitting. But we've had like no swords. We've had one brutality blade drop in all of our months of clear in MC. We just had our first Viscag drop off of Onyxia, and we've been farming Onyxia since like January, something like that. Killing it for months, and I've only seen one of those. We haven't seen a chromatically tempered sword yet off of Chromag, but we've only killed him like 3 times. We've actually seen 2 of the Doom's Edge axes drop from the trash mobs in BWL. We actually just had one drop last week and went to our dedicated axe warrior. What else though? I feel like there's a bunch of other things we haven't seen. I mean, we could definitely do with some more brutality blades. Let's see other weapons. I don't think we've seen an obsidian edge blade yet. But that's a two-hander, and two-handers don't really get used in hardcore because ret paladins just aren't a thing. They just aren't good enough to justify taking up a spot. Let's see. What other weapons? We've seen a handful of mage blades. Seen a handful of these vendor strikes. Because it's just a horrible, horrible weapon. Literally the only thing about it that's great is that it can transform. But even then, both the color palettes for the weapon just look terrible. Like that's what it looks like. It's not great. I actually had one myself in my first warrior and sold it. Let's see what else. We've seen like 3 or 4 Perdition's blades. The first one that we had Went to a warrior who quit because he was getting benched because he is consistently underperforming. But he quit and then he died on an easy boss. The next Perdition's Blade we had drop went to a guy who took a month break and then came back after a month break that he didn't notify us about. He was just gone. Took a break, came back, and then was upset we didn't let him roll on something because he went on a random hiatus. Had he let us know, it would have been one thing, but he literally just went MIA for a month. And was like, I feel disrespected that I can't roll on stuff. Our next Perdition Blade went to a rogue who died, I think, the next day, if I'm not mistaken, in Dire Maul Tribute. And we just got our 4th one this past Monday, and it is on my buddy Procto, who is a big time gamer. I love that guy. Let me see. Yeah, so we've had a Viscag. We've never seen a Deathbringer, which would go to our Axe tank if we got, or when we get one. Though at this point we're farming BWL, so there is significantly better axes off of BWL. I think we've seen one Spine Shatter, though I don't know who has it. We've never seen a Dragon Fang Blade, but that would go to one of the rogues at this point. That I was up in line for it next, or I was next in line for that. Sorry, I was next in line for that before I died on my my previous warrior because I was the dedicated dagger tank. But yeah, never had a chance to see it. We have not seen a Maladath yet. That is going to be very big when we do see it. That will be going straight to our main tank because it's just amazing and is the best like offhand available right now. And especially if we end up getting lucky enough to get a Thunder Fury, we will definitely love to have that for the offhand. I think we have one Claw of the Black Drake. Hold on. Yeah, we had one, but that was on the rogue that died yesterday to that DC, that was really rough. Yeah, God, I'm still sad about that. The poor guy was logged on for like an hour after he died, just like staring at his character. He's going again though, which is great. Love that mindset. Kind of have to have that mindset playing this game because if you don't, then you're just one and done. And always really sucks to lose people to one and done. Sadly, you know. I genuinely enjoy playing with my guild. We are very much a non-traditional guild, and I say that in the sense that like we have a boomkin, a spellcaster druid in our raids that was literally told by other guilds that he would never get a spot because he's a boomkin and he has no use. But we brought him in. He's doing great. He provides a nice buff for our mages as well and our other casters. Like, love it. Most people don't let druids tank outside of like instances, but our current second tank right now is a druid tank, and dude is rocking it. A lot of guilds don't let in non-dwarf priests to their runs because, you know, they want to prioritize fear wards. But some of our best healers in our guild are... one of our best healers in the guild is a night elf and a human, respectively. Yeah, it's crazy to... Like, I think the only class that we're just not sold on ever having in our run is a Reddit, sadly. They don't provide anything that
Health warning.
like a regular holy paladin could provide.
Health warning.
That's not to say that we haven't had them in raid before. We definitely have had a couple
Health
of them in raid,
warning.
but just after looking back over the logs and everything like that, it's just any other DPS class or buff providing class could have really have done a better job, sadly. And it wasn't on the player. The player was great. It's just red paladins don't become good until Burning Crusade, sadly. But the same can be said for like a lot of classes in that regard. Like Shadow Priest just isn't good right now in Classic. They have huge mana costs for what they do, and they just don't provide enough benefit. But in Burning Crusade, they become like a massive staple for some of the runs in there.
Health warning.
What else? I would say most
Health
hunters
warning.
play a traditional marksman spec. I think a lot of them level up Beast Mastery, but I've never run into a survival hunter or a BM hunter in raid, so kind of hard to say. We've never had to be like, hey, we can't take you because you're Beastmaster. Sure, I just have to charge into that and just take the fight. My health regen just a bit. I will gladly lose a little rage if it means keep myself safe. Got our debuffs on, 10% attack speed debuff, attack power debuff on these guys. Buy myself as much leniency as I can. But I will let him run away.
Health warning. Health warning. Health warning.
I can't loot that.
Once again, this is a... and staying in the red like this is pretty normal for me. A lot of my guildies are not too excited seeing that constantly because they're very well aware of what being low HP means in a hardcore setting. But I'm a bit of a limit tester, if you will. I think I showed that earlier when I got down to like 40 health because I didn't want to pop a potion. Actually, I haven't been paying attention. What is my... Okay, so they killed Moam. Okay, so right now they're finishing up AQ20. It looks like they're more than likely clearing out the final patrols before the final boss. Those mobs are a real pain in the ass though, because every single one of them has a unique ability that they cast. One of them has like a shadow bolt volley. One of them has a meteor that he drops, and that meteor you need to be tightly stacked, because if it drops on someone solo, it will instant kill them. And that actually happened to one of our guildies just the other week. Granted, that was not their fault. They were doing the pull, and a call was made to move, and that was just a poor call to be made. So they ended up dying for that. But yeah, oh, I hate these guys.
Health warning.
Focus in real quick.
Health warning.
Should be good.
Health
Sorry,
warning.
Focus a little bit, you know. Anyway, yeah, it was a bad call made that ended up getting our hunter puller killed. But yeah, the meteor went down and literally did, I think, like 14,500 damage. And for reference, as one of the tanks, my HP at its highest is at about 11,000 at the moment. And that is fully buffed. You know, all of my consumables popped. Fortitude, King's buff, all that, all those wonderful things. So at my best, I could still die by 3,000 extra health. Though I am curious what my health looks like when I pop my Last Stand and my life-giving gem that I got off of Broodlord. Because those are both percentage based, because really, just come this way. Alright. Anyway, Last Stand is 30% of my maximum HP. So what's that? A quarter of 11,000 is what? That's 55. So let's call it about 3,000 health. So Last Stand and Life-Giving Gem I think would have given me just enough HP to survive that meteor strike, but that is as the tank with a specific build and a unique item to supplement that potential survival of that one ability. Um, they also do a disease that you need to clear out of the raid for. So it does a pretty decent amount of damage to people that are around. What is this? And then the scariest ability that those big guys have just before the boss is they will literally cast an explosion ability where they become completely immune to damage and channel a giant explosion that will one-shot you. So yeah, lots of fun to be had with those particular mobs right before the final boss. Um, and then the final boss himself, there is a unique or strategy that is fairly unique, I would say, just to hardcore, because people are always trying to find a way to do things more quickly and efficiently. Is that for this particular boss, we will use a warlock, and they will cast Eye of Kilrog. And for anyone that doesn't know what Eye of Kilrog is, it is literally like a summonable eyeball that they can use to scout stuff. But anyway, they use that summon to engage the boss. The boss, when you initially pull him, will instantaneously enrage. And there is a mechanic that you have to pop a crystal on the ground next to him to unenrage him. But if for some reason it glitches out, or you don't click it in time, he will one-shot your tank. Almost inevitably. Should I be careful around here, because these are caster mobs. Pull him back. Okay, cool. But anyway, he will enrage, like, on pull, and you need to use those crystals to unenrage him. But if you don't, he will one-shot your tank. But anyway, when you pull him with the Eye of Kilrog, the Warlock summon, instead of enraging and staying enraged, he will enrage and instantly unenrage. And so, as soon as you see him shrink in size, that is when you pull him back, and we get him into position to kill. So we completely bypass that mechanic that he enrages, and are able to pretty comfortably kill him without having to worry about anything too crazy. Oh, I hate that. Absolutely hate that. Those are both double pulls up there, so staying away from that. More than far away enough. Thank God that did not take a chance to tick. I'm waiting to see the Assyrian fight start in my logs here. 'Cause once that fight starts, it should be just about a minute before it's over, so. It's number 4. Cool. Of course he casts the renewal himself. Thankfully I hit just quick enough and just hard enough to kind of work against that. It's my mistake, I did not save range for Initial Dash. Zandalar drop, that is the ZG buff, that is from killing the final boss in Zul'Gurub, which was a 20-man raid released last patch. What else we got? I need 2 more, yeah. They just engaged, so that means that they have finished clearing out the mobs. Okay, there's the second engagement. Okay, so the first engagement was them starting the fight with Ayab Kilrog. The second engagement means that the pull went off perfectly and they can actually get the fight started now. So I would say, let's see, it's 8:47 right now my time, 8:48, I would say about 8:49. They should be done with that fight. Assuming all goes well. Damn it. Not what I wanted. I think I do have to go in the water now. Was really... Okay, yep. Been defeated. Let's see, they started that fight at 8:47:53, 8:48:52. Yeah, so literally 59 seconds. Alright, am I doing that math right? Oh shit, a Ren drop. That Ren drop is kind of surprising. They typically have those posted somewhere. You know what, I'm just going to go down here. I'll get my last Oracle while I'm killing my Tide Hunters. These Tide Hunters are a real pain in the ass though, because they have a Frost Nova, which thankfully my passive can deal with, but it's a pain in the ass otherwise. Yep, there it is. Oh yeah, they have a poison too. How could I forget about that? crystals, nice. Oh, looks like we got a battle shout book, which is actually really big too.
Health warning. Health warning.
Nope, that's a run. That is a run.
Health warning.
That is a run.
Health warning.
I survived the poison. I'm not good. I'm not bad. I am good.
Health warning. Health warning.
Nice, we got a greater heal book. Okay, asshole, I'm gonna pull you back a little further apparently. Let's wait for my health to regen a little more. If you manage to run from here, I obviously did something to deserve it. Yep, that guy died by a pillager in Moonbrook. I was just about... I was level 15, I think, right, when I went through there. And I was saying how sketchy that shit was. For that reason. Who that is. It's got a message from someone that I don't know. Another dead to a pillager in Moonbrook.
Health warning.
Oh man, I thought that was the quest. That'd have been really nice. I don't need any more of the oracles. I need the green guys. There's one.
Health warning.
I could technically split pull that, but I'd still need one more of those guys. Okay. I'm seeing the vision here. Seeing the vision here, guys. I might be doing a dynamite pull.
Health warning.
Okay, I've been here so long that there are respawns. I gotta be aware of that now. I do think the play here, though, is to send this dynamite. Hopefully see 3 hit markers. Nice. Nope. That is how you break up that pole. Now I just gotta find old Merkai, who has probably been killed a couple times because he patrols all the way from here through that area and beyond where I was, so. Oh shit, there he is. Try and build up some rage. Alright. No. Oh great, I definitely can't get to him from here. Good news is that he should patrol back around pretty shortly. So if I play my cards right, it looks like he's starting to circle back now. Cool. So he's circling back, which means I can blood rage here in a second once I hit full health. Probably gonna go sword and board on this because I don't want to deal with. That is the ability that you don't want to get hit by. Sometimes you get lucky and he just keeps trying to recast it over and over again. And you can kill him pretty quickly, like he's trying to do right now. My main concern is just making sure that he does not, doesn't pull anything else, because dealing with 2 of anything over here right now is too dangerous. They either are ranged mobs and can cast on me, or they root me in place. And rooting me in place, if I don't have this, or if it's on cooldown, or if they cast it more than once after I've used it, is probably a quick death. If my shield, if my target dummy doesn't save me. Cool. Tactical mastery, all taken care of. Let's get out of the water. I'll start killing these guys. Change up my macro for my shield. Now I get a sweet... Wait, steering wheel? Pirate ship steering wheel? As a shield now. Looks like there's another cool guy out here clearing all these mobs. I have to check my macro after this, because apparently my macro just completely unequipped my weapon. Okay, I really don't know what that was. I don't know why I just threw my weapon away apparently.
Health warning. Just the tin vein? Oh, it's under the world, guaranteed. Okay. Love when it gets stuck under the world. Knuckle Duster is also annoying. They also dual wield just like their... it's like their counterparts, the Highwaymen. Why am I in combat? Okay. Immediately on alert, like what the hell's about to kill me?
I'm out of range.
Does this double pull? Shouldn't. Okay, cool. looking for group chat is currently going a little crazy. There's supposedly supposed to be buffs dropping, and the guild dropping right now is running like 10 minutes late. So everyone's essentially rioting. But it's always the people that are like below level 20 and have never seen a hardcore raiding environment that are like, where's the buff? If I was dropping buffs, I'd be on time. Well, if you were dropping buffs, you'd be 60. And not dead before 20 for the 13th time. Why am I getting pinged in Discord? Sorry, was getting asked by my by my raid lead if I would be willing to hop into a raid tomorrow to cover for a tank that died. I don't know if y'all saw from the previous video, but there was a death from a druid in Stratholme, and that was the main tank for one of the guilds. And so they were asking if we have anyone available to cover for them. Looks like my guild has finally moved on to Jindo, or to ZG. They're engaging the first boss in there right now, which is Jindo. Jindo's a very easy fight. He summons some totems. One of them's a healing totem, one of them's a mind control totem. You just kill them both. Yeah, they killed him in 29 seconds, so he's a bit of a joke. Crazily enough, I think I need a third monitor. It's gonna be hard to convince the wife of that, but you know, you gotta shoot your shot with some stuff, right? You miss every shot you don't take, or something like that. You don't understand. I need a third monitor. I need to be able to keep an eye on the obviously booming chat that I have going on here. You know, on top of also making sure that I got to keep my my stream, you know, looking nice. You know, I'm doing a disservice to all my viewer. You know. So I need another knuckle duster, so that'd be the last knuckle duster. I need a pathfinder, path stalker, that's the last path stalker. Cool. Cool. I just need to kill a handful of those highwaymen. Should definitely have almost had advantages. I think I got lucky with all this, because I think all these guys are the last ones that I need, respectively. "20-second Arlong kill. Pretty nice.
Health warning. Health warning. Health warning.
That guy just parry me with his back turned to me. Hello? While stunned at that. That's impressive. that is the last of the quests that we have here. Just barely into 19.
What are you
Hammer
looking
on
for?
Oh, fucking guy. Yeah, it's not really worth it. The hammer's reserved. Because a weapon is like the biggest thing I need. Keep that actually for a quest. Don't need Murloc guy, or that, or that, or that, or that.
Be
How are
careful.
you?
Alright, what do I need? I need water that this person doesn't sell that I think I have to go all the
Have a
way
good
to
one.
the end gut.
Looking for something specific? Farewell.
Alright, so I can get rid of that, because I'm going to have plenty of those. Wait, they brought a level 11 into... That's crazy. That's next level boosting right there. Dying at level 11 to Mr. Smite in Dead Mines is crazy work. Hopefully get a good roll on those dynamites. One. Okay. Let's go and sell the stuff that I
Step
don't
on
need.
up.
Don't need that or that. Oops. Use that. Under that. Gonna smelt those in just a second. Don't need Murloc eyes. I should
See you around.
I buy and
probably
trade.
should buy some better food, but I just don't want to spend the money.
Light bless you.
I'll be fine because I get to kill those Murlocs next, and they
I have what I need.
What can I do for you?
Slightly better two-hander than what I
For
have.
the Alliance.
Hooray. So glad I sold my weapon on accident. I mean, on purpose. There we go. I need to level my weapon skill a little bit, so I'll do that here on some of these lower level mobs.
Health warning.
Hell yeah, brothers, that's how you get into a fucking run. Alright, we are in a Dead Mines run. A little early than expected, but you know what? I will take it. Because it is gear that I could desperately use. I'm the only person that can wear mail. So that is nice. If the shield drops, I'm the only shield user here. Even better. We love it. We love it, honestly. And the druid's a fucking Chad. I'd originally reached out to him, but he said that the hammer was on reserve, and I said, cool, no worries. Good luck to your run. And then he reached out again and was, hold on, let me, he goes, still want to go. I shouldn't worry so much about loot. I'm down to hang out, free rolls. It's a game. I got a spot for you. I love that. I love that attitude. People like that are the pinnacle of this community, where they are actually just like here to have fun. And I love that about this game. Sometimes you get those assholes that that are so loot central that they just forget to have fun in this game. But then you run into cool guys like this, and I think we're gonna have a good time.
Hail to the night.
Not enough range.
I just want to hit us some tin veins if they're around.
I don't have a target.
Be a good run. I like this tank. He at least shows that he's paying attention to stuff when it's running around. I love Pyroblast.
That ability isn't ready yet.
that I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna kind of make sure that I'm just fucking them.
Van Cleef paid big for your heads.
Shiner Johnson.
I need a target.
So I don't think I'm gonna get a full level from this run just because we have a level 24 in here, but getting in here early actually gives me a really big boost with the leggings that'll drop. Oh, it's Sneed that has a chance to drop the axe. Oh, it's even better than what I got. It's 2 strength. Oh, he wants it though. I already rolled on a cloak, so I'll pass that to him. If that axe drops, I'll be so happy.
It's too far away.
I'm gonna see if I can't sneak out a few bubbles. Making these bandages.
I need to get closer.
Guys, I've gone pretty quiet. I was really, really focused in on this run. I love Dead Mines. It is probably one of my favorite dungeons. It's always nice to get into a dungeon and there's so many green drops going on. That's one of like the best things about Dead Mines, that I feel like it's constantly dropping loot.
Check out that noise.
You there. Check out that noise.
We're under attack! Avast, you swabs! Repel the invaders!
Need more rain!
Yeah, normally you're not getting rings like that until the 20s at least. Like later 20s.
You landlubbers are tougher than I thought. I'll have to improvise. Ugh. Now you're making me angry.
I need to target something first. I'm out of range.
Got a phone call coming in.
None may challenge the Brotherhood. Lapdogs, all of you. Fools! Our cause is righteous. shut the veil.
I can't carry anymore. I don't have a target.
Health warning. Health warning.
Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore.
Need help? Be careful.
You need something? Be careful.
What are you looking for?
Hey there.
Honor, friend.
For the Alliance.
How are you?
See you around.
Greetings. Light be with you. Light bless you.
Good day to you. You have a great day now. Interesting. Off and away.
Good day to you.
You need something?
Safe travels. Good day to you. See you later. Hey there. Have a good one. See you later.
King's honor, friend. Be careful. Well met. Light bless you. Greetings. Well met for the Alliance.
You need something?
Great to meet you.
Alright, I'm sorry about being mute for the past like 30 minutes, but wife called, been on the phone, and she's actually about to get home, so I gotta shut off the stream for the day and go relax for a bit. You know, I've been grinding. I think I played about 6-7 hours today, so that's crazy work. Anyway, I appreciate y'all dropping in the stream. Please hit that follow button. Help this channel grow a bit. You know, would love to see some more people in here. But yeah, y'all have a good night, and I'll catch y'all later.